India came, saw and absolutely conquered at this year's 95th Academy Awards. RRR's dance number Natu Natu won the Oscar for Best Original Song and The Elephant Whisperers won Best Documentary Short Subject. After 14 long years, not one but two category awards are headed to India. And there's so much to celebrate. It is, after all, India's big screen moment. But isn't OTT now the big screen? It means over the top, when content is provided to you over the top of existing services. And there is a boom in this sector, especially in India. Apart from giving viewers options to choose from world-class cinema, filmmakers are willing to experiment with the OTT platform beyond just traditional cinema releases. But why are we talking about this today? Well, both the films that bagged Oscars today in Los Angeles are available on Netflix. Coincidence? Maybe. But this could be Netflix's window to ride on India's success. RRR was released on the OTT platform within 90 days of its global release. Elephant Whisperers premiered solely on Netflix. Two movies that continue to do excellent business. But numbers continue to suggest poor business for Netflix in India. Just why is that? And does the success of Elephant Whisperers and RRR hold out remedies? The global OTT leader has splurged millions of dollars in India. It slashed subscription prices to 60%, even though subscription is the only way it earns revenue. It then invested $400 million to produce about 50 films. Why then aren't Indian viewers catching up with Netflix? Well, in simple terms, it is the international playbook. When it comes to cinema, what worked globally will not work in India. Netflix says it is still learning what works for India. But for an OTT platform that already entered the race late, time is not on its side. It launched in 2016 and since then has had about 100 million subscriptions. So now is the window. RRR was that rare Indian film that captivated audiences beyond India. It is seeing house full in US and Japanese theatres even now. And with the Oscar win, Netflix can give it the afterlife it deserves. Both these wins represent a new stage in the country's mainstream cinema soft power. What needs to be seen is whether Netflix can capitalize on this power. Whether that means going more local or pushing for subscriptions. Will it be able to boost its subscriber growth ahead? Well, it'll certainly not be an easy journey. After all, India has more than 75 streaming services. Already, there are a few hits and many misses. India is a complex market, but it's also the market of tomorrow. Chandra Bose originally earned a degree for electrical and electronics. Well, for more on this, we're now joined by Dilip Cherian. He is an image guru and founder of Perfect Relations. Dilip Cherian, lovely to have you here with us on WION. Before we talk about Netflix and what these Oscar wins mean for the OTT platform in India, let's just dwell for a moment on what a fabulous day it has been for India at the 95th Academy Awards. Some are saying Indian cinema has finally arrived on the global stage. What's your take?
I think it's a day for celebrations. I think that Indian cinema, and I'm glad that you're using that word rather than the word that is used so commonly to describe Indian movies. And the fact is that this is an exhibition of raw, exuberant talent at one level and sensitive portrayal at the other film. So you really are talking of a mixture of two streams of creative consciousness. And I think that as a result, we truly can say that in multiple platforms, I don't mean the OTT platform, but multiple platforms of expression, India has had its first really big moment in the Oscar limelight. And I think this is significant. It's significant because it opens up the door for more kind of creativity to find their way into those who judge these awards. And I think that is the point at which we will have opportunities, hopefully, for others to also share in this.
It opens many new doors for many other Indian filmmakers. But let's now focus on what this means for Netflix in India. Why are we talking about this today? It's quite simple, as I explained earlier. Two Netflix OTT presentations from India have won at the Oscars today. Do you believe it can translate into a boost to Netflix fortunes in India?
I think it definitely will make that the platform of choice for movies of a certain kind, award-winning movies. But I think the importance is really in the other part of it, which is that Netflix has become a powerhouse of a producer. It is putting real money in the market that matters. It is putting money in the hands of creative people and giving them the license to, in a sense, create product, high quality product, which will be accepted by the viewers of their channel, but also of a quality high enough for juries across the world to say, this deserves an award. Now, please understand that in most cases, in most industries, the trade always precedes the flag. So what I mean by trade here is that the fact that commerce, eyeballs, and revenues are chasing after these products means that the flag will follow, which means people will understand that this is India's raising its flag in terms of huge number of eyeballs in India who want to watch these platforms. But also, this is a moment in time when, for example, the Shah Rukh movie has crossed 1,000 crores in terms of turnover. So world over, people are understanding that Indians have the ability to go and enjoy a movie and are willing to pay for it.
All right. But once again, coming back to Netflix, just give us a sense of how crucial a market India is for Netflix. Now, subscriber growth for the OTT platform in the subcontinent has been more or less stagnant, and it's been a source of concern. But do you think these Oscar wins could boost its subscriber growth now in India going forward?
Given the rollout of 5G, given the kind of time people spend on their devices, India is going to be a very, very vital market for Netflix and for everyone else in the OTT and entertainment space. There's no doubt that the Indian viewer or the Indian consumer is spending more and more time on his or her entertainment. And this is something which has been seen earlier in the days of television and single channels, that India's numbers are just growing inexorably. For Netflix, therefore, India is a market that matters a lot. It has been playing with various pricing strategies, trying to move it up, trying to get more value out of the market, then recognizing that that's not working, cutting its price. It's been trying a variety of marketing techniques to expand its share of voice. Is that enough? No. It recognizes also that in the artillery, to grow its product space and its share of market, it needs to have product which is spoken about as global product. Now, don't forget that for Netflix, the Indian market carrying Indian product is one part. But the global market carrying Indian product changes its economics substantially, because at the end of the day, India's market still is something that Netflix, with its war chest for creativity, can spend money and extract great value, and that's what matters.
All right. Well, we'll have to see really how things pan out for Netflix in India going forward. But one thing that we can say quite safely is that it has been a truly unforgettable day for India at the Oscars, and may Indian cinema go from strength to strength from here on. Thanks very much, The Libertarian, for your perspective.
Thank you.